At 3:47 a.m. London time, a terse email with the words, "He's not in the will," was sent to the palace, causing panic. Royal aides quickly sprang into action, locking the original will in a safe. According to the documents, King Charles' will has reportedly been updated 3 times in the past 2 years, the last of which removed Harry from his inheritance of assets, trusts, and lands entirely. More notably, a line in the will, "I believe in my bloodline, not alliances forged through ostentation," was interpreted as a direct attack on Meghan, referring to the public brand she has built. No official source has confirmed the statement, but sources close to the palace say Charles wanted to draw a clear distinction between royal blood and what he saw as Meghan and Harry's ostentation. The will's updates coincided with major events. The first after a tense meeting between Meghan and Charles at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022, the second after Meghan's podcast appearance suggested the royal family was jealous of her, and the third after she pitched a Netflix project called Uncrowned about her post-royal mental health journey. At the Queen's funeral, Meghan reportedly asked to meet King Charles in private. Instead of condolences, she presented a handwritten letter asking for clarification about her title, inheritance, and place in the royal family. A witness claims Charles said just one word, "record," before updating his will for the first time, seizing Harry's trust fund and denying Meghan access to her estate. The letter, sources say, marked a turning point in Charles's growing distance from the couple. Then Meghan's public actions, like her 2022 podcast and plans for Uncrowned, forced Charles to tighten his grip. A third will, reportedly completed by the end of 2024, completely removed Harry from his inheritance, including properties like Frogmore Cottage, which had been seen as his last remaining symbol of the royal family. A special clause in the will stated, "Any public exploitation of the private grief of the royal family will result in disinheritance," an apparent reference to Harry and Meghan's media ventures. The leak of the will, discovered in a digital archive in January 2025, rocked the palace and the media. One document was codenamed RMS-3. Meghan, hearing the news, flew alone to New York, meeting with a prominent inheritance lawyer at the Four Seasons Hotel. A leaked audio clip from a charity event in Manhattan captured Meghan saying, "If the will is real, Harry has no leverage. That's what they want." The statement revealed her panic, especially when it came to the Heritage Trust, a secret royal trust that reportedly excludes anyone who has publicly criticized the royal family. Meghan tried to fight back by setting up a meeting in Palm Springs with a former Archewell producer, a political strategist, and a mysterious Hollywood fixer named Lars. She proposed a series of television projects based on the royal experience, with the characters' names changed, but clearly referring to the royal family. However, Lars warned, if the will has just been updated, it will be seen as retaliation. They will sue you to the core. Additionally, a palace drone footage showed Meghan at her Palm Springs villa holding a whiteboard with the word "amendment" and a list of names, including Kate Middleton. The footage was sent to a Netflix executive, leading to Meghan's project being quietly cancelled. Harry, meanwhile, appeared to be in a state of despair. After receiving a letter from the palace confirming he was being excluded from the Diana Inheritance and Memorial Fund, he flew to London unannounced, showing up at Clarence House to see a summary of the will. The document stated that the assets and titles would go to William, Kate, and their grandchildren, with the famous line, "To the Duke of Sussex, I leave the freedom he insists on. No more." Harry was shocked, especially since the letter was signed simply as King rather than Father. Tensions flared in Montecito, with neighbors reporting hearing Harry shouting, "You knew this was going to happen, didn't you? You said we'd be protected." Meghan responded in a panic, denying that she had made any changes to the will. A mysterious phone call from Meghan to Rose Hanbury, who had been linked to William, further complicated the situation. She was said to have tried to reach William through Rose, but the attempt failed, prompting Kensington Palace to block her. On the media risk list, King Charles appears to have made up his mind. An official directive from the Lord Chamberlain's office in 2025 requires Harry and Meghan not to attend any future coronations, celebrations, or fundraisers unless they have written permission from the monarch. This marks their complete erasure from royal history. Even Tyler Perry, a longtime ally, withdrew his offer of a residence in Atlanta after Meghan's team threatened to make a documentary about the ultimate royal betrayal without his consent. Perry declared, "I am all for truth, but not weaponization." Another secret letter, allegedly intended for Princess Charlotte, further undermined Meghan. This one, according to a leaked source, advised Charlotte to protect the throne with wisdom, not noise, a veiled criticism of Meghan and Harry's media brand. A second letter, held in a legal archive, is said to contain timelines and evidence of Meghan's previous attempts to influence royal decisions, ready to be released if she challenges the will. Meghan and Harry now face an uncertain future. With Netflix ending its contract, allies like Perry leaving, and the royal family shuddering, the Sussex brand is crumbling. Meghan, once a master of narrative control, is now isolated, with close contacts either keeping quiet or sending discreet condolences. Harry, in a rare moment, confessed to a friend, "I thought leaving would bring peace, but there was only silence, and silence is worse." This saga is not just a family rift, but a lesson in power and consequences. Charles, by amending his will and cutting Harry out, has sent a clear message. The royal family prioritizes lineage and stability, not media-driven alliances. Meghan may try to rewrite the story with a new book or project, but as the spotlight fades, she and Harry risk being forgotten, not just in the will, but in royal history.